Hello everyone, Henry and I are ecstatic to be back for June's Plan with Me. I'm not entirely sure where May went, but alas, here we are. I've got 8 pages to share with you today, the first being, as you can probably already guess, a month at a glance for June. This month I opted to do a full-blown double page month at a glance. I haven't done one of these in what feels like a while. However, I did decide to change this month at a glance up a bit by incorporating a habit tracker into the month at a glance. I get lots of comments and DMs asking me for tips on how to remember to fill in your habit tracker. And I get it. I personally am not always the best at keeping up with it. So I thought combining the monthly tracker and the habit tracker, or the month at a glance and the habit tracker, into one spread would make it hopefully a lot easier to fill in, because the month at a glance is something you probably, I would imagine, visit regularly. And then this is just an opportunity to, while you're there, also fill in a few things related to your habits. And it's also a constant reminder of which habits you're tracking. This month I am tracking, like usual, hydration, meditation, reading, podcasts. So I want to try and make podcasts more of a regular thing in my daily life, and also gratitude. So filling in my 5-minute journal each day. And you can either fill these in by coloring each block in, and you can color coordinate this to whatever theme you're going for, or you can just use your black pen or whatever pen you have and make it super simple so that there's really nothing holding you back from filling in your tracker. For June's theme, I opted for a daisy theme that I incorporated into my month at a glance and my weekly spread that you'll see later on in the video. I went with daisies because I think they're a beautiful flower, and I think they are one of the simpler flowers to draw. That being said, I still felt the need to draw them in pencil first because I am not confident in my flower doodling capabilities. So doing it first in pencil just made me feel a lot better, and then I went over it again with my Micron black pen. I should also note that all of the pens and the colors, the specific colors that I use in today's video, are going to be linked in the description box below, as always, so that they're easy for you to go find yourself if anything catches your eye. This spread did take me quite a bit of time to put together because, as you're seeing, I had to draw each daisy, and I did in pencil, and then I retraced them, and as you're going to see, I color them in as well. So all in all, it was a lot of work for 2 pages. And usually, if you watch my videos, I do opt for more minimalist, easy to make spreads. But this was a lot of fun. It was therapeutic to get my doodle on and to color a bit. But if you don't want to spend too much time on your month at a glance spread, then the actual calendar/habit tracker itself is very easy to put together. I felt like the daisies were looking a little plain, so I added a really light gray color from the Crayola Super Tips line, and the middle yellow that you see was done using a mild liner. I'm super happy with how this one turned out, and I'm going to have a lot of fun filling it in this month. A video I really want to do in June is around the theme of motivation, and more specifically how I stay motivated, how to stay motivated. This is another one of those topics I get a lot of questions about, and it's something that's really on my mind, motivation, because I am working for myself this summer. So if I am not motivated, nothing will get done, and it'll be a waste of time, which is not something future Caitlin would be very happy with if I wasted time. So I created this spread to be kind of an outline for that video. If you want to see me go through with making that video, be sure to answer the poll on the screen right now. Sit down videos like my how to reduce stress or videos on self-care, I really love doing because I think they generate great discussion and exchanges of advice and tips in the comments, which is great because I think that makes a video more valuable for you as a viewer. So I definitely want to find more ways to incorporate that type of content into my channel over the next few months, especially because I have the time to do it. Next up is an exercise planner. I created a very similar spread in my last video, my bullet journal tracker ideas video. If you haven't checked that out already, highly recommend you do because there's some really awesome trackers there. But this is more for planning out your workouts, which areas of your body you're going to work out. I definitely want to be more mindful of working out different areas of my body because I find I get in the habit of just doing the same thing all the time. I would not consider myself an exercise pro at all. I typically only do yoga in the past when I've exercised. So this month I'm challenging myself to really focus on a different area of my body each day. And that's why I have an abbreviation for each day on this calendar to tell me to work on a specific area of my body. And then down below, I've written YouTube video titles that have exercises for those areas. I'm in the beginning stages of trying to make working out a habit, so YouTube videos have been really helpful for me because I can do the workouts at home, and it makes it harder for me to find excuses not to do them. The next spread is another highly requested spread, and it's a double-page meal planner. I have a block for each day of the week and for each meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I didn't arrange this in a Sunday to Saturday arrangement. I figured you can write down 7 breakfast ideas, 7 lunch ideas, and 7 dinner ideas for a week with the grocery list. And then you get a little bit of freedom to choose which day you have that item. Of course, though, if you did want to make this very specific and assign dishes to specific days, you could easily do that by just adding the days of the week on the left-hand side of this spread. Last but not least is my weekly spread. For this month, I am bringing back my beloved vertical layout. I do love me a vertical layout because it promotes list making, and I'm a girl who loves a good list. So each day of the week has a block at the top, and the block is where you put the big event for the day. Or if you're in school, that would be where you put a due date or a test. The bottom block is the to-do list section where you would write down all your tasks. Something new I added to this layout was dividing the task section into morning, afternoon, and evening, so I can write down what time of the day I think I will do a certain task. I'm trying this out, seeing how it goes. Again, because I am working for myself, I feel like maybe having a little bit more of a schedule in place might help. Maybe it won't make a difference, but I'm curious to see how this works for me. And then I decided to bring back the daisy action to add a little pizzazz to these 2 pages. I also added a quote about daisies that says, "Don't you just think daisies are the friendliest flower?" It's from one of my favorite movies of all time, You've Got Mail.
Don't you think that daisies are the friendliest flower?
I've definitely included this quote in my journal before, but I had to use it here because it was just too appropriate. Instead of daisies or a quote, you could also use a space to customize the spread to fit your needs. You could add a to-do list section, a goal setting section, a mini meal planner. So many things you could do here because there's plenty of space to play around with. That concludes this month's plan with me. Henry and I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss a bullet journal video or just a video in general here on Caitlin's Corner. I'd love to know in the comments below which spread this month was your favorite, and I and Henry will see you all very soon with a new video. Bye guys.